Hello, hello. What we have here is the sand bath. It's the original one. We'll get back to that in a moment, though. What we have here is very dangerous. I bought 4 of them from Walmart in Canada, $12.99 for a suspension bridge. I think it's 2.8 inches wide by 24 inches long with hooks on either end to hook onto a cage. So I'm going slow motion for you to get a good view, and I'm sorry if you find it boring, but I needed to do this because it's very dangerous. I say I bought it from Walmart, but I bought it online, which it's a third-party seller, which somebody sells it through Walmart, but they're overseas, and they custom made this. Not a good job. This video part 2 is more about his home and this fence than it is him. He's hiding most of the time, but he does make appearances in part 1. You might want to watch that one first, but not too much. It's more about his home. So this here, I wanted to show you. I'm going very slow to show you the wire in between and the gaps. Now, if you put peat moss in there, if their foot was to go through, it would push the moss out, and the next time they walk back, it's not going to be there over time, and you may not be there to notice. Some people like to glue, non-toxic glue, I hope. Some do use. That could come out. So if you're not checking it, frequently, several times a day, how do you know your hamster is safe walking across that, even though you've tried to fix it? So I use it as a fence, and I left the one end open with the hooks for you to see how dangerous they are if you're not hooking them onto a wire fence. I rolled in one end is rolled in to tuck it in and hide it, and the other end I left open for you to see. And after I was done filming, I did roll it all up so that the hooks were buried in a roll. He has no reason to climb this fence. There's nothing to climb over to get at because his dish is right in the entranceway where he comes in. A little maze I made. Now there's the hook. See the hook? Now I have to, and I did, after I was done filming, I bent it back and turned it and rolled it a few times, just like I did with the other end you see here. And I'm sorry, I thought I got a little closer to those hooks for you to see. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a berry, a dehydrated, freeze-dried berry in there with sunflower seeds with the shells are far better. Don't do what I do. I did buy some that don't have shells, and it's too easy for them. They need to keep their teeth in shape. They need to work and crack them open. But periodically, I like to give him a treat and him not to have to work at it. So I do have some on hand. Now, there's the hooks. I did show it. I knew I did. So that's on the other end of the suspension bridge, and those are meant to hook on to a cage. Well, if you buy a cage for your pet, whether it's a rodent and tiny or not, it's too small. An aquarium, a terrarium, or a custom-made large 36-inch wide tub, and you custom make one, or you buy one. I don't know the dimensions, but I would think 36 inches wide would be the acceptable, recommended, minimum requirement, I think. I don't know how many centimeters. I go by inches. I'm Canadian. I should be doing centimeters, but I don't. So what you see here is sprays that he does not like. They're part of the pastoral package on Amazon, and you get 9, 2 of each. They give you more of the wheat, oat, and golden millet and the red millet, which is actually not as red as this bush here. Anyway, they only give you 1 of each of those because he doesn't like them anyway. So I will not buy the pastoral spray no more. I will buy them individually. Throw those out for the birds or keep them as an ornament. Here is that was the potty pellets, and that is in his fishbowl that I bought at the dollar store. It used to be a sand bath. This is the new sand bath. So we'll get back to that. I just want to catch him on camera here. He's going to go through the maze to see what's in there. If I put anything new, and no, I did not. You must eat what I put down first, Whisper. He's only always just taking his favorites. Now, over there to the left, that black thing you saw in another video, hopefully, his playpen video, where it's a tea light candle holder, a wooden one, and it holds 7 pots to put your little candles in. Well, I bought it, and I bought it at Value Village thrift store. I'm now using it for a variety of foods and nuts, seeds for him. I put it in his cage and let him take what he wants from it, and then I pull it out. It's sitting on his ladder, the wide 24-inch wide bridge by 8 inches tall as a fence, or wide as a bridge. And as you see, I have all the matching ladders, and I have the smaller 15-inch one by 8 inches there around the bedding that he's using for burrowing. This is his potty. This used to be a sand bath. Sorry, it's hard to get in there. I had to do the side angle. I made it difficult for myself. I thought I was going to make it easier for him and for me, but I made it harder for myself for filming. Behind that little ladder, right in the middle, is the wooden home, underneath a large piece of cardboard to overhang the house, and bedding on top of that. And I have a ladder over there to get into a sand bath from his wheel. And the little ladder there is to go up onto the roof of his wooden house. Underneath that ladder is the hole entrance, a little hole for him to go into his wooden home. And I will show you that in a bit. Here is the V-shape ladder. I wanted to put the sand bath in front of his wheel because he sweats and he's wanting to have a bath afterwards, so I put the sand bath in front of his home. Now here is, okay, be prepared to get dizzy. I'm trying to follow him. He's going every which way, trying to dodge me to hide. So my camera's going quickly and twist it. As you see, I'm sorry, I'm making you dizzy, but this is life with a dwarf hamster that is nervous. So there, he came back out, so he was going into his glass house under the bridge there. And now he decided to come out and go over here because he saw me. See, he's peeking to see if I'm still if I'm still there. Oh, what a turkey. Oh, sorry, a hamster. When I'm teasing, I say turkey at times. I used to say it to my little dogs as well. They make me laugh. Anyway, he's gone underneath. He's hiding behind the potty. Maybe he'll go inside. That's where the beads, the colored beads, are underneath that ladder. The black tray with the snacks on it comes out when I'm done filming. Uh, you see a lot of reflection through the glass, and it's reflecting all the things that are in the terrarium. Um, yeah. So most of the time, 99% of the time, it's reflecting what is in the terrarium, not pieces of my home. So here's the sand bath, and you know what that's all about. I don't have to explain that. That's self-explanatory. What we're doing, we're coming up here to the glass home, and underneath, here's the wooden box. I have a piece of cardboard on top and bedding on top of that. It gives him a porch over a roof overhang, and the ladder's attached to that. You can see the hole. Now the camera's going to get twisted so I can show you because my phone won't get in there. This is his glass vase. Some people say vase, that he loves because, like I said, it's cooler. So this is inside that ceramic house, the little dish that I have with water. And under this bridge here, I will take it away and I will show you more of the wooden house that is under it that he used to have buried and tunneled from it. I'm going to be on my side. I'll twist it. Now this is there's his most favorite seeds right there. They're the golden ones. His playground, wouldn't you chew on all those or you climb them. He's too small to enjoy climbing them. Even a larger one, they would use it as a stepping ladder to get up onto something. That's probably all. But it's actually to chew on. My boy, he don't. Perhaps a larger hamster would, but he's not chewing. He's chewing on the shells, walnut shells or sunflower shells and seeds. So the bedding, I have to change it. It's very dusty. It makes the glass all dusty because it's white powdery, like toilet tissue gets when it ages. Then the powder comes out that makes the toilet tissue soft. It comes out and you see it flying in the air. If your toilet paper starts to feel dry, it's because it's aging and the powder does come out. This stuff, the same thing. It's very dusty. So we're coming close to morning. This is the natural light coming in without the camera flash having to be on. And you might see him one more time briefly, just a little piece of his body. He was on the wheel for quite a bit, but I had to take a break. I can't constantly film. So here is his wheel, and I think if I remember correctly, he'll come out right there by the sand dish. He'll make a little appearance. Maybe it's later on. Anyway, what I do is I dub my voice over top of this because it picks up way too much humming and traffic going by, people going to work at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So this is a view from the other end. Now, here we will show you, see, my camera will only fit sideways in through that gap. So how I set up his home is more for his benefit than it is mine. But I try to move the fluff away. But yeah, the camera barely fits in there. So I have to flip it later. I can't flip this in edit to fit the rest. But you got the idea. See those slits on either side of the door? He had that. A mountain of the bedding covering those. No air getting in there. And only the hole halfway open. And the back is a sliding door, 3/4 closed, with a little gap for air to come through the back door. That's cardboard on top for an overhang to give him more privacy so he won't make a mountain of burrowing bedding covering the vents for oxygen. So I did the cardboard overhang and to give him the privacy so he does not build up and cover those vents. So I had to change and rearrange his cage. I just had to make it healthier for him for breathing and move things around a bit. Make his potty bigger instead of that little glass coffee mug. Um, and his sand bath bigger so he can continue to roll and roll and roll instead of just doing one roll in what is now the potty. He can do several rolls in the sand like a pool. So that's why the original sand bath that I had used before, which is a big fruit bowl, I put it back in his cage. So we've come to the end of part 2, and I'm sorry you didn't see more Whisper, but it was more about his home and all the changes for you to see. Have a nice day, and thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you again. Take care.